So we have strength today. You're gonna need just a set of dumbbells. We're gonna start with just a single dumbbell, probably that mid to heavy range. Go ahead and bring those hands up overhead. We're gonna reach, 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 reach. Go ahead and drop to the right. Pull yourself back to center. Drop to the left. Back to center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Go ahead and drop it over, allowing that back side to get that stretch. Relax that upper body. Good. Go ahead and drop that butt into that squat. And we're gonna pop it back up. Drop it into that squat. Pop it. Drop. Pop. Good. We're gonna widen that stance. We're gonna open up that chest, reaching those fingertips to the ceiling, back to center. Open it up, back to center. Alternating. Good, feeling it through that back side, those inner thighs. Go ahead and roll it up. We are gonna take it into that walkout. So walking it out to high plank. We drive that right foot forward. We're gonna sink those hips. Getting into that stretch. Shift those hips up. We're gonna open up through that chest, looking through those fingertips. Reach and extend toward that ceiling. You can get some wrist circles at the top. Big arm circle back to high plank. Left foot steps forward. Again, we sink into that. Shift those hips, open up that chest, looking through those fingertips. Couple wrist circles at the top. Big arm circle back down to high plank. One more time each side. Open it up. Couple wrist circles. Plank. Left foot steps forward. Again, you can sink, getting into that stretch. Lift those hips. Open up through that chest. Good. Back to high plank. We're going to shoot it into that downward dog. Pushing that chest to those knees. Drive. Drive. Good. And walk it in. Allowing that head to hang one more time. And then slow roll all the way up. Couple big shoulder rolls at the top. Good. All right, so our format today, we have a 45, 45, 45. So 3 45-second exercises. We have that 3 times. You're gonna need one single dumbbell for this first round. So we're gonna step it out into a side lunge. So right hand has that dumbbell. We step it out, side lunge. We curl to press as we step to center. So side lunge, curl it, press it right side, then left side. Then we bring that dumbbell overhead and we have a tricep extension. So 45 seconds, side lunge, curl to press, ready, and go. 45 seconds will work. So left leg steps out, right hand has that dumbbell. We're gonna shift those hips. We step it to center, curl it, press it, step it back out, step to center, curl, press. As we open up and step out, those hips shift back to the wall, getting into that inner thigh of that right leg. We drive off that left foot back to center for that curl press. And switch. Other hand takes that dumbbell, step it out. Same thing, curl press. Drive those hips back, curl it to the top, press it overhead. As you step it out, those hips shift back. We're driving off that foot that steps out. We're driving it to the top, curl it to that shoulder, press it overhead. Core stays engaged. Slow and control through that lift. And switch. Dumbbell goes up overhead. We have a tricep extension. We are stamping the head of that dumbbell towards that ceiling. Stamp it. Lower. Stamp. Stamp. Good. Keeping that chin up. Those elbows tucked. Nice job. Pulling that belly button in. Working through those triceps. Nice job. You have 5 seconds. And stop. Great job. Dumbbell down. You have 15 seconds off. Quick drink if you need one. We are back to the top, starting round 2 with that side lunge, curl to press. Load up, right hand, left leg steps out, and go. So we step it out. We curl it to that shoulder. We press it overhead. Shifting those hips back. We shift as we drop open. We curl as we drive off that outside leg. Drive, curl, press. Step open. Nice job. Curl it, press it. We're not just dropping open, we're shifting those hips back, shooting those hips towards that wall, and switch. Left hand takes that dumbbell. Again, shift. Drive off that outside leg. Curl it, press it. Shift it back. Curl, press. Step out, drive. Step to center as we curl and press. Nice job. Step open. Every time you step open, those hips shift back. You're finding that inner thigh. You're driving off that outside leg, pushing yourself back to center with that curl to that press and switch. Tricep extension, dumbbell overhead. Again, I'm holding it by the head of that weight. I'm stamping that ceiling. Lower, you can get that tap, mid back, then stamp. Tap, stamp. Good. Stamp, keeping those elbows nice and tight to that face. Don't allow them to start to creep out. Every stamp towards that ceiling gets a squeeze through those triceps. Belly button is pulled in. We're not arching through that back. And stop. Nice job. Dumbbell down. About 20 seconds off. We are back for our third and final round. Starting with that side lunge, curl to press. All right, go ahead and load it up. Right hand has that dumbbell, left leg steps out. And go. Step it open. Curl it to the top. Press it overhead. As we open, those hips shift. As we step to center, that core is engaged through that curl, through that press. Good. Drive off that outside leg. Drive it to the top as we curl to that shoulder, pressing it overhead, and switch. Left hand now takes that dumbbell, step it open, drive that leg up. We curl, we press. Curl to press, nice job. Slow and controlled. We're not just going through the motions, we are finding that squeeze, finding that engagement, inner thigh, drive to the top, curl it, press it overhead. Good. Keeping that belly button pulled in. And switch, tricep extension to finish out. So dumbbell up overhead, we lower, we stamp to the ceiling, lower, stamp, drop it, squeeze, not allowing that chin to start to get tucked down into that chest. Nice job, you guys. Five seconds to go. Stay on it. And stop. Nice work. Dumbbells down. We are going to a 4-minute EMOM. You are going to need one single heavy dumbbell. We are doing 8 reps, 6 reps. So that dumbbell starts at that chest. We're starting with 8 goblet squats. Okay, so feet are a little wider than shoulder width apart. We drop those elbows between those knees. Second exercise, you're going to lower that dumbbell. We are doing a pull through. Okay, so that dumbbell drops through, finding the back of those heels. Then our last one, that dumbbell can stay down, and we're going into 6 calf raises. So 8 goblets, 8 pull throughs, 6 calf raises, 4 minutes on the clock. Ready? And go. So we're not doing an EMOM, it's an AMRAP. Wow. An AMRAP. So as many reps as possible in this 4 minutes. We drop. We lift. So every drop, every lift gets that squeeze through those quads. As you squeeze through those quads, you're going to wrap around into those glutes. We just took out those inner thighs a bit. You're going to feel it through those inner thighs. Once you get those 8 goblets, that dumbbell drops. We have that pull through. So again, imagine a pulley, allowing that dumbbell to drop. Then you are squeezing, building that resistance all the way to the top. So we lower through, we squeeze to the top. Drop it through, nice flat back, squeeze. Once you get those 8 pull-throughs, that dumbbell can stay right in front. We have 6 calf raises, all the way up to the toes. Good. Engaging through those calves. Once you hit those 6 calf raises, you're bringing it back to center, right into those 8 goblets. Dropping those elbows between those knees, getting low, squeeze to the top. So as we squeeze to the top, we're not overextending, we're not pushing those hips forward in that goblet, okay? Stay in that lift for 8 reps. Once you get those 8 goblets, you are then getting that pull through. Again, that dumbbell reaches through, nice flat back. On this one, you can get that slight extension forward with that pull. You are squeezing, getting into those hamstrings up into those glutes for that pull through.
And then we're going into 6 calf raises before we're right back to those goblets. Focusing on that lower body. Nice job. You have 2.5 minutes down. We have 90 seconds to go. Continuing to work through those reps. 8 goblets to 8 pull through to 8 calf raises. Engage through every rep. Don't just find that motion. Engage. We drop, we squeeze to the top. In that goblet, you are staying in that lift for 8 reps. That pull through, imagine that pulley, that's cable connected from that dumbbell to the back side of those heels. Squeezing. Then from there, you're up into those calf raises. Slow and controlled. Good. You have under 30 seconds to go. Nice job, you guys. Stay on it. And stop. Nice work. Dumbbell down. Go ahead and grab a drink. We are going to be back to 3 45-second exercises, 1 single dumbbell. So this first one, you are going to drop to that right knee. That right hand has that dumbbell. We are doing a dumbbell swing. We load it. We're going to drive it up to that knee drive. Okay, then we step it back. Swing it, load it, drive. Modification on this one, if you cannot go from those knees all the way up, you are doing a swing, load, you're gonna step back, single leg squat, okay? That is your modification if you're not on those knees. Then your third exercise, we have a halo, then we punch it out for that chest. Halo, punch. All right, starting with that kneeling dumbbell swing, you stand to knee drive. Ready? And go. Dumbbells at that shoulder, right knee is down. We swing, we load, we drive through that knee, swing it, load, stand, drive. Working on that stability through that knee drive. We lower, we drop. So on that swing, you are shifting back, loading forward. Drop it, load it, drive it. Good. Sit it back and switch, switch. Left knee is down, right knee is up. Left hand has that dumbbell. We swing, we drive through that right leg now. Step it back. Again, we shift and then we drive. Step it back, shift those hips. Drop that dumbbell through, drive. Modification. Again, you're getting that single swing. You load, kickstand to squat. Swing it, load it, kickstand to squat. That is your modification if you're not on those knees. From here, we go to that halo to chest press and switch. You can come to your feet for this one. We halo, we punch it out. Halo, punch. We're leading with that elbow up and around our head, punching it out right to that center. Push, halo, push. Good. You're alternating that halo. So you go right elbow leads. You punch it, left arm is on top, left elbow leads. You come around, punch, then right, punch, then left. Good. And stop. Go ahead and set that dumbbell down. Quick drink if you need one. We are back to the floor. Kneeling, dumbbell swing, stand to knee drive. Load it up. Drop that right knee and go. So we swing, we load, we drive. Step it back. Swing it, load it, drive through that front leg. Step back to that knee. Again, as we drop that dumbbell through on that swing, you can get that slight shift with those hips. Core is activated through that lift. Again, modification, single swing. We load, kickstand, squat, and switch. Left knee drops, left arm has that dumbbell. Swing it, load it, stand to drive. Swing, load, drive it all the way to the top. Swing, load, nice job. Focus on that breath. Don't hold your breath through that lift. Good. 45 seconds. From here, we go to that halo, to that push or that press, and switch. Up and around that head. Push it, or you're getting that punch. Core's engaged through that punch. Lead with that elbow. Notice I'm leading with that elbow up and around. I punch it out. Opposite elbow goes. Punch. All the way up. Good. Finding your own pace. Belly button stays pulled in. Nice job, you guys, almost there. 5 seconds. And stop. Great job. Dumbbell down. Quick drink if you need one. We are back for our third and final round. Starting with that kneeling dumbbell swing, stand to knee drive. All right, load up that dumbbell. That right knee drops. That right hand starts at that shoulder. Ready? And go. So we swing. Load it. Drive it. As that lower body starts to get tired, you're gonna feel that wobble a little bit heavier through that stand. Drive. Slight hold at the top. We step it back and drop. Drive. Hold. Lower. On that swing. Again, you can have that slight shift. We drive it. Good. You have 10 seconds. Load. Drive. Switching in 3, 2, 1. Left knee drops. Left arm is swinging. That left knee is what drives up and through. Swing. Load it. Drive it. Swing it. Load. Drive. Nice job. Core continues to stay activated. Drive it. Load it. Nice work. 5 seconds. We go to that halo to chest press and switch. Again, halo stays right at that chest. We're up and around. We punch it out. Up and around. Punch. On that halo, make sure we're not arching through that low back. We're pulling that core in, punch it out. Pull that core in through that halo, punch. Nice job. Keep working up and around. 5 seconds to go. And stop. Dumbbell down. Nice work. All right, we are going to end on the floor. We are back to a 4-minute AMRAP. This time we're going to arms. So we're targeting that upper body. Our first exercise, we're doing 8 flies. So I'm just going to demonstrate from this way. So we have 8 flies. We open it up. We squeeze to the top. Finding a dumbbell that's right for those flies. Once you get those flies, dumbbells get pushed together. We have 8 hex press. From those 8 hex press, we have 6 overhead pulls. If you need to drop one of those dumbbells for that overhead pull, you can drop for that pull. 4 minutes on the clock to finish out. Ready? And go. So 4 minutes. 8 chest flies to 8 hex press to 8 overhead pull. Nice job. So on those flies, we open it up, soft bend. We're keeping those dumbbells at that chest. We're not keeping them over that face. We're keeping them over that chest. Soft bend through those arms as we open up. We are squeezing through those chest muscles as we bring them back to the top. Once you hit those 8 flies, dumbbells get glued together as we lower and lift north to south as we squeeze east to west. You're squeezing through those dumbbells. Again, lowering to that chest. Those elbows drop right next to that body and lift. From there, we go to that overhead pull. Again, you can drop to one single dumbbell. You're dropping over that head. We are driving back to neutral, making sure through these lifts, you're not arching through that low back. You're pulling that belly button in. You're shifting those hips, driving them into the floor. Nice job. Everyone's finding their own pace. Nice job. You are about at that halfway mark. Continuing to work through that upper body. So we have those 8 flies. We open it up. Again, every rep counts, squeezing through those chest muscles on those flies. As we lower and lift, we're getting into those triceps. Then we have that overhead pull. Little chest, tricep, it will creep into those shoulders. 8 flies, 8 hex press into 6 overhead pull. Again, rotate those hips, drive that low back into the mat, keeping that belly button pulled in. We're not arching on those flies or those pulls. You have 1 minute left. You've already knocked out 3. Stay with it. 8 flies, 8 hex press, 6 overhead pull. Great job, you guys. Keep working all the way to the end. Flies into those hex press. On those hex press, those dumbbells are glued. We lower and we lift. Everything's happening over that chest. It's not happening over that face. Nice job. 10 seconds to go. And stop. All right, you can rock and roll it up. That is it for strength today. Nice job today. Have a good one. Bye.